pretty close to finishing my setup. So this is irule, and of course, see I've got a TV screen in here. Back here's all my equipment. I've got receiver, Blu-ray player, PC, amplifier, stuff like that. Alright, so let's say I want to watch a movie. First I'm presented with an option. Do I want to watch it with the projector, or do I want to watch TV? So since it's pretty bright in here, I'm going to watch with the TV. And as you'll see, it's going to power on the TV set. It's going to power on the receiver. It's going to switch inputs. It's going to power on the Blu-ray player, so on and so forth. And of course, I'm given options for my Blu-ray here. So anything I do here, I can control the Blu-ray player, as well as I have independent controls of the volume. So as you can see, as I turn it up the volume, turn down the volume, and I can control the Blu-ray player. And so I'll fire up a Blu-ray, right? Pretty standard stuff. But pretty cool, because this thing is actually supporting, on this one page, if I click here, you can see how many devices this one page is controlling, right? Pretty slick. Alright, and there you go, so I'm firing up a Blu-ray. Of course I want to watch a HD DVD, a little bit outdated now, but at its time, pretty sweet. I got the HD DVD player with Transformers the movie. What's cool too is I have independent control of the audio features and inputs. So here, if I wanted to, I could hit this display button, and I can display from the receiver how many channels of audio are coming in and how many are going out. The other thing I can do here is I can control all my inputs. So let's say I wanted to listen to some streaming audio from my receiver. I just hit the network button, and I could fire up Pandora, for instance, right? Like this. And of course I control the receiver with this little sub menu. And there you go, I got a little Pandora playing. So anyway, let me minimize this. And then, of course, Apple TV, same thing, I can control that. But this one I think is even more interesting. This is Kodi, which is formerly known as the Xbox Media Center. Now what's cool about this is I have essentially I have a NAS with all my backups of all my Blu-rays, and I can stream those right here. And the cool thing is I'm using a combination of Kodi and Emby to do kind of all the metadata for all the movies. So as you can see, as I scroll through these, it changes not only the cover art, but also the background. It gives me information about how long the movie is, what its rating is, all that good stuff. So if I wanted to fire up Hellboy, I'll just hit this and fire it up. Now what's really cool too is this is all streaming, right? So it's not spinning media. So it's very, very fast. If I wanted to skip to the second chapter, I mean, you can see it's instantaneous. Pretty slick. And there's some other unique features I have programmed in here. So for instance, let's say I want to pause, and then it gets a little later, I want to close the blinds. Ethan, would you mind closing the blinds? All I have to do is go back to the home screen here, and then I hit my projector button. And of course you can see it turns the TV set off and lowers my screen. And at the same time it's powering on the projector. So I can come back into Kodi, and then as soon as the projector warms up, we'll be able to watch on the big screen. And it'll just kind of take off where it left off. It's pretty cool. Let's take a look here. Alright, it's warming up. Unfortunately, this part takes a little bit of time. I'll probably edit this part out. Alright, should be up any second now. There we go. So where we left off. So let me stop that and go back. Now, unfortunately, the way my screen is and the projector is, I have a, if I want to change the aspect ratio, I've got a little macro here. So you can see a 1.78 to 1, which is effectively 16 by 9. So as I do that, it will put everything in the 16 by 9 aspect ratio, right? So, but if I fire back up and I say resume Hellboy there at 17 minutes, you can see the aspect ratio to this, by the nature of the movie, is going to have, this isn't a good example, it's 16 by 9 content. Copy this. Let's pick one that I know is not 16 by 9. So, it's 185 to 1. Let's see. Here we go, The Hobbit, Desolation of Smog. This is a 2.4